This is Providence Television International, the game changer. Stand by for the next program.
Thanks for staying tuned. If you are just joining in, this is the interview segment on the Morning Drive, Providence Television International. My name is Ogbebo Ikekwa. We'll be looking at the topic this morning, adequate welfare packages for our national heroes. And with me in the studio to discuss this is the Chief Executive Officer, Providence Television International, Dr. Emmanuel Egariba. You're welcome to the studio.
Yes, that's right. We are here again. We're back again to discuss a very potent issue in our national life. And I welcome all our viewers at home and abroad. Thank you.
Yes, and so we'll start straight off. Welfare packages for our national heroes. How come many of our heroes gone, both even those that are living, how come they are never ever remembered?
Well, it is obvious that, yes, you are right. Many of them have been forgotten completely. And they go into the grave with their heroism. Yes, they go into the grave with all their heroism, which is not right. We must give them adequate welfare packages for having served this country. Look, in the United States, even a sergeant in the army is given honors for his role or roles, a sergeant, and is given a salute by the president himself. I mean, those are accolades. And there are many people in this country who have raised the banner of our nation aloft in all fields of human endeavor. In academics, sports, in business, in the arts. Okay? They have raised the banner of this country aloft in glory. And you begin to ask, why are they often forgotten? Okay. Because we place our priorities wrongly. I mean, like what we discussed in the first segment. People are talking about GCOC or GC or whatever. And yet, there are people who are more deserving. They have made it in such a way now that once you become the House of Reps Speaker or the Senate President, it's automatic. Must it be automatic? And what's the frequency of giving out these awards? Awards must be sacrosanct, highly respected. So once you give out an award, particularly a national award, people will say, yes, this man deserves it. And it doesn't matter really if the man is high up or is very much down on the rung of the ladder. No, it is the value system that we should count on. And they are bound. I keep saying it. They are bound. Now, look, in this same country that you are saying, good Nigerians are bound. Nigerians who have contributed to the growth and to the development of this country. Some of them are hidden. Okay? But we must follow their track record. And I think this is where the states must come in. The states know their citizens.
Exactly.
Yes, the states. I mean, Edo State, for instance, the government must be consulted. Bring out 5 without political inclination or attachment.
Okay.
Yes. Bring out 5. Then they will do their homework. No coloration. Yeah, this man has served, this man has served, this man has served. Without counting the cost. What do we find? You see the day they will roll out these awards now. People, either they have money or they have political connections and all sort of things. And these things are beyond. These are rhetorics, for instance. And I believe that we can do a lot better than that. I'll give an example of the United States.
Yeah.
A sergeant will be given national award because of his heroism. Yes. There are people, soldiers, who have been fighting at the front line in this war against Boko Haram, laying down their lives. Such people must be remembered while they are alive. Some of them did not count the cost. I want to defend my nation. Must single them out and honor them appropriately to the benefit of their families. It's not, there are occasions when you give posthumous awards, but awards are better given when the recipients are alive.
Yeah.
Yes, they are better given and better appreciated, which is true by global standards. So we must look at sports, for instance. Many of our heroes died in vain. Many of our heroes, they died in vain. In the recent times, some of them have been consigned to the hospital. I mean, look at Broderick. Broderick he has passed on. He was virtually blind. Yes. Where he lived was a question of pity. This was a man who led those young boys to China, 1985 or 1987 or thereabout, for the first World Cup win. He died in penury. And yet, he established some kind of heroism. We do not remember him. He died. Was diabetic, he was getting blind and that sort of things. And we did not remember that this man ever lived.
Exactly.
And yet there was a ministry that was responsible for that, Ministry of Sports. They will not remember. Okay. There are people who do simple things in a glorious way. Those are the people, not these high-profile people that we are talking about.
Yes.
Yes. Look, simple human beings, Nigerians, who do great things. Yes, and we have them. We have them all over the place. There's a young man. Well, I wish we could capture him. There's a young man, I'm talking from Benin now, there's a young man who directs traffic along it's not Mission Road, along Dawson Road.
Okay.
Here, in the heart of Benin City. He stands usually at Forestry, Dawson Road Junction, directing traffic with enthusiasm. I thought that one day even the state government would pick him out. That is a man, and I'm not even too sure if he's paid, but he does it on a regular basis, directing traffic. He does the job that traffic warden ought to have been doing. In fact, I think he does it 2-3 times over. He's there. And we can go on and on and on and on. There are people in the university system who are doing some very serious research. We have a duty to pick them up and honor them. But they are there. I mean, such people will not be encouraged, by the way. They will not be encouraged to even do more because society does not even recognize their efforts.
Exactly.
There are young people in the East who are doing some wonderful, who are going to wonderful discoveries. We see them in social media. We ignore them because they do not belong. But these are people. There was one the other day. He's been picked up now. He's in China.
Okay.
Yes, from the East. I think from Abakaliki or something. Yes, he was trying to. I think he made a chopper. Yes, you remember he made a chopper. That young man is in China right now, and is going to help the Republic of China.
The same issues that we talk about brain drain.
It's brain drain. When Nigerians live here, they create records when they go abroad because the society is very okay for them. Here, we kill our heroes. We kill our heroes in this country. And there are people who are making waves in science and technology, in computers, for instance, in medicine. All right? Where are they? We must single them out. There are people who are going to very serious research in biology, in different fields of science. They are hidden in the universities. Even though we say now the structure of university is poor, but there are still people who are doing things ordinarily, but they are doing it with enthusiasm. Doing all these things with enthusiasm. We must single them out. All right. So that's the way it is, and I believe that there must be a change of heart on the side of government. The national awards are often too many.
Okay.
Too many. With a whole host of people. Then people begin to wonder, what has this one done? What has the other one done? What has this one done? And you discover that almost over 50% of them are politicians. Yeah. Looking for political patronage. And it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. We must look for ordinary folks.
Exactly.
To honor and to elevate.
Okay.
That's where the real glory is.
All right. I want to concentrate a little bit on sports as regards these welfare packages. Yeah, like you rightly mentioned, there is nothing like welfare, especially when it comes to health, for those who have had injuries or even after service to the country, especially in sports.
Exactly.
And so what do you think is the solution actually to this trend?
Yes, I'm sorry I didn't even mention this for no fault of mine. But Yes, in sports. Because you see, sports is the one avenue where the image of the country can be raised to high heavens without spending much. I gave the example of Atlanta the other day at the Olympics in 1996. Very glaring example. I was even thinking, I hope that the good Lord will assist me, will do this for me. I will be grateful to my God. That I want to have a foundation.
Okay.
Foundation for sports. Because, yes, I was into sports commentaries.
Yeah.
And I know those sports heroes who have really helped this country. Some of them now are bedridden. Some have passed on. Some are just barely living from hand to mouth. And yet, they have won the national colors of this country, raising our image to high heavens. Government can also do this. Set up a foundation, not just for sports, for people who have been disadvantaged as a result of their services to this nation. Nigeria is overblessed with heroes. Yes. The government can do that. Yes. Put up a structure, foundation, in partnership with the organized private sector. And I'm sure that many of them will respond, okay? Let it even be part of their tax regime. If you have put money into this, there's a tax relief for you. That's an idea. To look after the welfare of our heroes past. Those that do not have roofs over their heads, build houses for them. Those whose children are just struggling through school, give them scholarship for the services rendered by their father, or even their mother in some cases. Give them a future, give them hope that they did not serve this country in vain. It's more common, it's most common, by the way, in sports. Yes, than anywhere else. Okay? I'm not saying it because I was involved in sports for so long, but they are there, very many. Many have passed on. Even in this state, Edo State, many have passed on. I don't want to mention them so I don't embarrass anybody. But all across the country, we have them. We have them. Let it be a foundation specially designed for people, our heroes who are in need. They don't have houses. Build houses for them. How much does it take to build a house? How much? When the federal government... Look at Rex Lawson, for instance, in the arts, music. Look at Rex Lawson. A man who used the instrumentality of his music to give us happiness, to give us joy. And he carried the banner of this country across our frontiers in music. All right? What have we done on the national level? What have we done for Rex Lawson, for example? Tell me, what have we done for Rex Lawson? Probably in River, they named 1 or 2 streets after him and maybe a building. But at the national level, when you look at names in Abuja, on streets in Abuja, you begin to wonder, why can't we have a Rex Lawson Street in Abuja? Yes.
Doesn't fall into the category of politicians.
Why must he? But that's a man. I listen to Rex Lawson sometimes. I mean, I'm into, I appreciate music a lot, whether it's classical music or jazz or rock or high life. I appreciate music. You may as well call me a music impresario or virtuoso. But that's the way I have always been thinking, that let us remember our heroes. Look at Akedairo, a great man in Juju music. Akedairo. What honor has he been given? In fact, the only honor he has is MBE, member of the British Empire. That's the only honor he has, or he had, before he passed on. I can go on and on and on and on. People who are doing things to give the image of this country a leverage. We forget them. As I said, they are not just in sports and the arts, they are in science and technology. Young boys who are doing things, to invent things. Yes, pick them out. We look over them. Yes. Oh, no. This must be an Igbo man. Let's forget about him. Oh, Igbo people, they are good at inventing things and all that. But the same boy I talked about from Abakaliki here has been taken over to China. All right? And very soon you will hear that he's doing things in favor of the Chinese Republic. Yes. Those are people who know values of human resource. And we must do things to key into their needs, particularly those who are now on the margin of existence. And there are many of them. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. Like I would always say, always an exclusive session with Dr. Emmanuel Gariba. You should listen out for a news excerpt as regards his postulations with as regards this topic, his postulations on this topic, welfare packages, adequate welfare packages for our national heroes. Once again, thank you so much for coming on the studio.
Well, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to be here. And by the way, I'm not saying all of these things because I'm a media operator. No, if I was not having this television station and somebody invited me, it's the same things I would have been saying. Because these are facts. Yes, we must not gloss over them. Remember what President Clinton said. And those words are eternal. He said, and I quote, "The people that others look down upon are the people that I look up to." President Clinton, one of the greatest presidents ever to come out of the United States. The people that others look down upon are the same people that I look up to. That should be our injunction.
All right. And so, on that note, I hope you've heard it all. It's the weekend, starting from yesterday, so many people have actually looked up to this. So we are even at parties presently as we speak. On this note, I want to say, have a wonderful weekend.